Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will be taken short.
That's it, baby. We're going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tempo, tempo.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Gun, gun, gun. 14, 14, run it.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Go down, go down.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. A gain there of 21 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Double count. 25, 25. Go.
Like 50. So we got man.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Kill.
Fight that. Go. One left. 50, Mike 50. Good time.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletes.
They're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Go down. It's a party now.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got the hook up to Jerron Brown. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Zebra. Hey, Steve 6. Black. Gun.
Watch the run.
Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
15 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Gun. Hey, orbit.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Yeah. You don't want none. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Cut.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away, let your defense take over with better field position.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, tuck the ball for him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
We're scoreless after 1.
Black. Hey, Alpha. Gun.
From the 38, Cousins. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 61 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good It doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Big stop, let's go.
Gun. Motion. Whip. You guys, listen. Watch the whip. Hey,
they'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. On 3rd down, Carson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. 1st down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Mike 215. Mike 5-4. Thanks.
Left.
Now Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. There he goes again. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He was taken down by K.J. White.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Wood. Gun.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters, and somehow they're winging their way back.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. 36 power.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most, that's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Hey, flipper. Black. What's that?
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Hey, yellow. Hey, my 7.
Watch the shit. Hey.
Cousins now from the 50. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Ziggy Ansah able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some. Leave it. Ringo, 48. What's that?
Play fake. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing, Cousins. He finds his man Johnson, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Hey, 0-0-0.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Spot it. One fluff. 40. One fluff. Me.
Wilson wants to throw it. Forced out to his left. That is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Alert. Hold up for a second. Gun. Mike's 50.
Watch the run.
Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
19.
First down, Seahawks.
On first down, it's Carson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football.
Camera action, living in a dream. Now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble.